It's May 18th. We're out looking for morel mushrooms. Typically we find them mid-April. We're up here in Minnesota. However, this year we had a 2-foot snowfall in winter, and then within 2 weeks we're into 70, 80 degree weather. And you can see how dry it is. However, I have found our first mushrooms now, morel mushrooms. We should be finding the grays before the yellows. Now we are working around this tree, and they're all our way around this, but we want to leave a few, just like this guy right here. I want to leave a few for spawning for next year. I know I just seen another group here. Oh yeah, right there. Another small group of them. So we'll pick all but 1 or 2 of those and keep moving on. A few more starting to poke out right there. So what do we look for when we're looking for the morel mushrooms? We're looking for trees that are dead where the bark has fallen to the base of the tree. That's the first thing you want to look. From there, you want to look for vegetation on the ground. They need moisture. There's a few more right up there, you can see. Got a few here, another small group right up here. You can see all the bark here just laying around. On a good year for mushrooms, we usually get about 40 pounds. Starting to find a few, but it's so late. I think we're going to be lucky to get 10-15 pounds this year. There's some more right here under these leaves. I'm going to show you what I mean about trees standing up. You know, here's a dead tree there, and you can see a lot of this bark at the base has dropped. You get in here at the base, there's all kinds of bark in here. You can just see it laying everywhere. This is where you want to first look for your morel mushrooms. Now, if you can find bark falling like this with a lot of vegetation on the ground, that's ideal. If we can find a few more, we are into the early grays, even though it's late May. We typically are finding the big yellows, but we'll take them and see if we can't get a couple pounds for tonight and get a nice meal. Here is another tree that all the bark's at the bottom. Now in this place, we're at the bottom of a hill. Not a lot of vegetation, but a lot of dead wood and small stuff. And we're finding onesie twosies. You can see there's 3 of them right here. There's 1, there's 2 right there. So they just kind of spread out in here. Yeah, looking, and there's another one right there. So another good spot. They're easy to see, so we're just going to stand here and see if we can't find a few. Here's another dead tree where all the bark's fallen down onto the ground, still standing. And then we got a few smaller ones in here. So here's where we want to start looking. There's good vegetation. As you can see, there's a lot of moss. So we really want to take our time. And when you're going through an area like this, you want to crisscross, especially if you find a morel mushroom. You want to come back because a lot of times you just don't see them in one direction. So we're going to walk through this real slow and see if we can find any. Oh, right there's 3 right there. So we'll stop, look around. Oh, right there in that moss. Which one is it? Right on the edge there. Yeah, you can see those 2 right there. So we're gonna look around this whole area, up and down this hill, and see how many we can find here. All right, I took like 2 steps to pick these 3 right here, or at least 2 of them, leave 1 go. And again, these are the early mushrooms, so they get about 1 inch or 2. But you can just see them. They're all over this hillside. Another group right there. 1 there. There's some more. So we've got a nice little mess here. Definitely we're going to get over 2 pounds tonight here. Seems to be wherever there's moss, That's where you want to be looking, so the most moisture, I guess, and warms up the first. Nice little group there. You know, another sign that I look for in the woods to see if the right moisture in the ground and stuff are the jack-in-the-box. And this is a jack-in-the-box plant, and he's over a foot tall. Now, if they're 6, 8, 9 inches tall, it's probably not ready in that area. But this guy over a foot says moisture's right, temperatures are right. This is a good area. When you're out in the woods looking for morel mushrooms or even hunting, one advice I've got is when you come across logs like this laying on the ground, even small ones, probably big as around as your arm, do not kick them or step on them. Avoid that and walk over top of them. See my video on yellow jackets. 2 years ago, I kicked a log like that. Thousands of yellow jackets came out. I mean, you could hear the rhythm or the frequency and the harmonic that they were creating. And I got stung a few times for sure. And lucky I'm not allergic to bees. So I stepped back and took a video of it. But just be careful in the woods. I just looked at those up there that I found. I come down here. And look at this guy, you know, he's under the moss there, hard to see. Another one right there. Just kind of keep looking around. Oh, yep, there's one right up there. So these early ones are small, they're the best eating, but keep zigzagging through the area that you find these in, and you'll find more. Now for more adventures on the outdoors, hunting, fishing, check us out on mwoutdoors.com. Well, we spent about 2 hours in the woods. I'd say we got 2 pounds. These are the earlies, but it's so dry out there. I was back there Sunday night, didn't find any, and today I'm picking all these little ones here, and you can see some of them are drying up already. This heat we're getting, we're in the 80s. Typically we're in the high 60s, and the mushrooms, they'll come out and within 1 or 2 days they're done. And I left quite a few. Now the good thing is those that I left, and even some of these I picked, they're already spawned out, so be good for next year. So we're gonna slice these up and cook these tonight. Thanks for joining me on searching for the morel mushroom. I hope you enjoy the video.